Hey, what's up guys, so it's your boy Patience and I decided to come at you guys with a little new one. This one I'm drawing Jade, my character from my graphic novel, and I decided to draw her in a certain pose that will be based on one of the first chapters that I do hope to create for my novel, if possible for winter time. So as you can see, I go through the basic steps. My basic steps, I was drawing in the blue lines into the red lines, and then obviously I'll do the finished render lines. So I did have a little bit of fun with this one. The only problem was I did not have enough time to work on her, so the line art was not as great as I would have liked it to have been. But as I was going through it, it did look pretty darn fine, but it's when I got to the render lines I wasn't fully satisfied with it. So I gave it a few touch-ups before finishing up. But if I do have time, then I may fix it up later on as well. But as you can see, this is me drawing her up in the finished lines, which are render lines. I decided to leave the bag out of the scene because I'm not fully sure with what kind of bag I'm going to have her wearing within her time of having a bag on her persons. So I continued with her school clothes, skirt, and then I believe I move on maybe to her hands, and yeah, pretty darn smooth. Obviously it was not so hard for me to tackle drawing her because, like I said, I am quite experienced at art. It's something that I've done from very young and something that I do actually enjoy doing. But something else I must forward is that I do not end on Jade. I do get around to colouring, I don't do any shading, but after this I do draw my second, I guess you could say favourite character, the character that it was supposed to be based on before I felt the need to change up characters, which would be a Bundy. So as you can see, after I've done this, I will colour her. Like I said, no shading will be done. I just like to go with flat colours, as the idea and the notion is just profiling my characters at this stage. No, I did not like my line art at this point. I did not have as much time to spend on her. So I tried to get it as neat, as nifty or niche as possible. But I would say I slightly failed there. But with Abundio actually drew him up first. Here he comes now. And I actually enjoyed drawing him. And as you can see, I was very satisfied with what I had done. As usual, started with the blue lines. I kept true to my own lines, my own creativity, both drawn from my own creativity. I had no inspiration or guidance in any way or kind, no references. I didn't really have anything in mind when I drew this picture up. I just said to myself, I want to draw both of my characters, put them in a certain position that will be, a position that will stand out, and I wanted to take it from there, which was what I decided to do, and something that I actually did and achieved. I was very satisfied with. As you can see, I kind of put him, the reason why I kind of put him in this pose that you're about to see, rather than like a more flashy and dashy pose, is because, like I was mentioning before, I had to change his stature within my graphic novel. He's no longer the main character because of his name. I was getting a lot of showdowns about his name, and at the time the Router was the big thing, so I decided to change. I was going to change his name, but rather than change his name, I decided to change his stature within the novel. So he's no longer the main character, he's now the sub-character. But by making him a sub-character, I've also felt that I've had to change his personality, which is why I've had to change his image quite a bit as well. He will always be the same character that I originally started with, meaning he will have the same story and the same background, everything all the same, but just a few notches here and there to make him a sub character rather than like a main character playing a sub character, and my Jade being like a sub character, but she's the main character, as you get the gist. Anyway, the reason why I used green lines within that render session was because I wanted to tell the difference between his clothing line, render lines, and his I guess you could say he's dummy render lines. I wanted to know, it's because I drew his body, I drew his clothes over him in green, so that would be why I used the green at that point. So that was the finish. It's me colouring him. I hope you like what you see, guys. Your boy Patient. Do your forms, your likes, and your comments down below. And if you have any queries, guys, over and out.
Hollywood, Hollywood, that's your boy, Hollywood. He puts